Hey guys, hope you're doing very well. In today's video I am going to do another reaction video. So the video that I'm going to be reacting to today is from a channel called Wing Mam TV. That's Wing Mam TV. And by the looks of things, she does sort of advice videos, maybe, like, yeah, 5 signs she's the one. Basically like dating videos and stuff like that. Older men with younger women. Attract younger women. Ew. What the hell? I'm confused. The video that I'm going to react to is called Why Do Women Get Tattoos? Now this was posted in my Facebook group a little while ago. I put it into my saved area on Facebook and obviously I've just gone through that and just been like, oh, I'll do that today. So I'm guessing from the fact that it was posted in my Facebook group, it's not a good idea. It's not the best video. Maybe I might be surprised. She could be very nice. Oakley dokley.
Hey guys. Why do women get tattoos? And is dating a woman with a tattoo any different than dating a woman who doesn't have a tattoo?
I have the answer for you right there. Like, we can just stop it right here and I can tell you that women with and without tattoos are the exact same. We are the exact same. One is just a little bit more colourful and the other is not. That is the difference. Oh! Maybe I should do psychology, right? Also, I like this banner she has on her and like below her. It says risks of dating chicks with tats and why women get them. Winky face. She's so cheeky!
If you're new to my channel, my name is Anna Jorgensen. I'm a dating coach for men in Vancouver, Canada.
Okay, so she's a dating coach, which I kind of assumed by looking through her videos. And something tells me the only thing I'm gonna like about this woman is she's from Canada. I'm fascinated with Canada. I would love to live there. So Anna, what are you gonna tell us about tattooed women? What is she gonna tell us about us? What is she gonna tell us?
So first of all, I'm not an expert in tattoo psychology, and I did do some homework on this, but it was pretty limited. I also don't have any tattoos.
Oh my days. Here we go. Here we go. We have another person talking about tattoos that doesn't have tattoos, probably never stepped foot into a tattoo studio, not a clue about how tattoos work, not a clue about the history of tattoos, right? So she's very much out of this realm, okay? I'm not being horrible or mean or anything like that. It's just, you know, I'm just stating that she doesn't know much. She's done some research, she said. She said she'd looked into some stuff. So, okay, fair enough. I'll let her have that. You know, she's done some research. Fair enough.
So, my initial thoughts were that women get tattoos because, one, they're rebellious or they're rebelling against either society or their parents or something.
Right, yeah, cool. Straight for that one. That's original, that, I know. Well, I've never had that one before. So it says here that they get them to rebel, risk. There's a risk, apparently, potentially disagreeable. Oh my days. Apparently all tattooed people are disagreeable. We're set in our ways. We don't like to have compromises. We don't like to have discussions. We just start arguments with our partners and that's it. We disagree with everything.
They are more creative and it's a self-expression that is a part of what they want their identity to be.
Okay, she's right. And what she's saying there is very true. We like to self-express and we're all about self-expression. And we're not afraid to show who we are when it comes to our body. We own our body. We decorate it how we want, right? And I was thinking, yeah, that's really nice of her. But then I'm reading this thing at the bottom there. It says creative self-expression, right? Risk. There's a risk apparently. She didn't want to speak about it, but she'll type it out. She won't say it with her full chest, right? She'll type it, but she won't say it. Risk. May get bored of you. Winky face. She may get bored of you. What the fuck is that? And it says underneath, potential benefit. You won't get bored. Life begins outside your comfort zone. Okay, so that's quite a positive, but that may get bored of you. Obviously I can only speak for myself, and at the end of the day, whether you have tattoos or not, these traits are in every single person. I personally am one that loves commitment. I will stay in a relationship until I get dumped, basically. Like, I've been in 2 long-term relationships, 4 years, 6 years, and now I'm in another relationship. And yeah, I don't get bored of people. Like, if I choose to be with someone, I choose to be with them. Me and my best friend have been best friends for 11 years now. Like, I'm not leaving. But, you know, there's people with tattoos that are, you know, kind of just like, nah, don't like you, nah, don't like you. But there's also people without tattoos that are like that as well. You can't just be like, oh, it's just tattooed people. It's a bit weird. Okay, anyway.
3, there's a sentimental attachment to perhaps a person or a plight or something meaningful to them that they want to have written on their body, some kind of representation of, to remind them or others.
Okay, that makes sense, yeah. Like, I am quite a sentimental person, but sometimes people with tattoos are not sentimental. Like, it's weird just to put us all in the same category, I don't know. But the caption below says sentimental, I can't say that word, sentimentality. The risk, potential to overcommit, social justice warrior. Okay. Potential benefit, can give meaning to life. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take that one, I guess. There's nothing really to say about this, I don't know.
4, there is community and a place where they can bond with other people who have a similar experience, at least with tattoos. There's a community.
There is. I mean, I try and create one myself personally. You know, I've got my Facebook group and I try and, you know, involve you guys in my videos and like talk to you guys in my comments and stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, we have like tattoo conventions. You know, tattooed people sometimes pretty much do congregate together, like, because we all have the same interests. I mean, my best friend only has 2 tattoos. She got her first tattoo like 8 years ago, and she got a small one behind her ear, and then she got another one last year. My boyfriend has quite a few tattoos, but then my 2 previous ex-boyfriends had 0 tattoos. And it also says here, community, which I guess is the good thing, but then it says risk, may encourage you to get a tat. Like I just said, 2 of my ex-boyfriends had no tattoos, and I never encouraged them, never forced them to get a tattoo or anything like that. They knew it was my interest, but I was never like, oh, go and get a tattoo, go and get a tattoo, oh, you have to get a tattoo to be with me. I don't care. If I'm with you, it's because I like your personality and who you are as a person, right? I don't care what tattoos you have or do not have. Tom, my boyfriend now, has tattoos. And, you know, it's cool because we can bond on that and we talk about it, and we've got an upcoming tattoo session together in November. We're both getting tattooed by the same artist. We've kind of put the day out with her, which is really cool because we can kind of bond on that, and that's not something I've ever had before. So that's kind of exciting to me, but it's not like the be-all or end-all in a relationship for me. Like I've just said, I've had 2 long-term relationships with people that didn't have tattoos. But potential benefit, tribe acceptance, that's true on my part, and I know a lot of you guys, from talking to you in comments and in my Facebook group and stuff like that, we are a very accepting bunch. We will take people how they are. You know, we're looked at in society as like weirdos and freaks to a lot of people, and we just don't care. Like, we take people how they are. We don't judge people on how they look, because that's how we want to be treated, because we get a lot of judgment as tattooed people. Obviously, I've said this many times before, compared to people of colour, black people, transgender, it's obviously nothing, right? But, you know, we get some stuff thrown at us, but, you know, it's our choice to look like this, of course. But yeah, anyway.
5, to cover up or change areas of their body that they might not be happy with. Like, for example, a practical reason would be if a woman has had a mastectomy and she's had her breasts removed, she may want to tattoo a new nipple if that's been removed as well.
Again, true. I've spoken about this in some of my videos. A lot of people get tattoos to kind of to feel a bit more confident or hide stuff, whether it's stuff to do with trauma. So if you have scarring from maybe an abusive relationship, or, you know, self-harm scars or whatever, a lot of people do use tattoos to cover that up and start a new chapter in their life, which is, to me, is wonderful. And I'm so glad that people turn to tattoos to move on, because, you know, God knows what would happen if you couldn't cover this kind of thing. Like, it could really hurt someone. And I honestly, sorry, I'm fidgeting. I honestly don't see anything wrong with that. I know there's a lot of people that have a problem with people that do that, and they're just like, well, just go to therapy. And it's, you know, yeah, all right, therapy might help, but those scars are still there no matter how much therapy you have. So yeah, you can maybe learn to accept them, but then when you cover scars or whatever with tattoos, like, you don't see it as much anymore, and it's just not as triggering or whatever. And she also had a good point in there that tattoos aren't just for vanity reasons or whatever, like this kind of reason. They are there to help people that have had a mastectomy. You know, you can get tattoos of nipples. Like, there's tattoo artists out there that are really, really good at making lifelike, realistic looking nipples. And you know, the same for like eyebrows. So if you have like alopecia, or there's that, I can't say it, but it's that trick, I'll write it down here, where you impulsively pull out your eyebrows and stuff like that, so you can get like microbladed eyebrows, and it kind of helps you with that also. There's so many different reasons why people get tattooed. It's not just for the art. Like me, I get it for the art. The caption that she put is enhanced body, risk, potential need for external validation. I mean, you can have that whether you have tattoos or not. Some people do need validation with stuff. Potential benefit, more accepting of others' physical flaws. And yeah, like I was saying, you know, as tattooed people, we're all about all different walks of life and stuff like that. But there's people that don't have tattoos that are like that also.
There's a couple things to note that might be of interest to you if you either are attracted to women with tattoos, or you're thinking of dating a woman with a tattoo, or if you're turned off by women with tattoos. So here's what those things are. That women with tattoos do have, according to the studies that I read, lower body image scores than women who don't have tattoos. So for example, a woman who has tattoos, and these were women who were between 18 and 35, it was a small study, and they were from all different walks of life. And in fact, there was a doctor who had tattoos that was also in the study group. So they tried to really put a range of different socioeconomic demographic in the study to make it balanced and fair. They were testing to see whether or not tattoos had an influence on self-esteem. And they did find, in these studies at least, women with tattoos do have lower levels of self-esteem and a greater variance between their perceived body image and their ideal body image in terms of tattoos. So in other words, they were enhancing their bodies. They felt that they were enhancing their bodies by adding tattoos.
That makes sense. I get tattoos because of the art, but then as I've got more and more tattoos, I've noticed that I like my body more and more because I have all these beautiful bits of artwork. And if, you know, I wasn't to have any of them, I don't know, like I would feel so naked and exposed without them. I know that sounds very strange, but it makes sense. But again, like I've been saying, I'm repeating myself, that whether you have tattoos or not, there's still a chance that this person or a person will have low self-esteem. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't just single out tattooed people, because like people without tattoos also struggle with self-esteem.
Some of the other interesting things were that the women who had tattoos were 5 times more likely to be smokers, or they, in the study, 5 times more were smokers.
I obviously don't know the facts about this. I don't smoke. I'm such a good girl, but I've actually never even smoked a cigarette once in my whole entire life. And I stand by that. I'm so proud. But like, that's not to shame people that smoke, because if you smoke, that's up to you. It's your body. You do what you want.
They were much less educated formally than the women chosen who didn't have tattoos.
Okay, that I don't like. That just adds to the stigma that tattooed people are uneducated, lazy, thugs, delinquents, not smart, when that is not the truth. And I will stand this ground until I die, because I have made videos on people that watch my videos, and I have people that watch my videos that are tattooed that are lawyers, doctors, nurses, scientists, teachers, students, psychologists, like literally all sorts, like you name it. There's people with tattoos that have studied in these kind of fields, these very important fields. I don't care whether there's some kind of freaking paper on this or some kind of study. Fuck your study. Who did you even ask, right? Who did you ask? Because I could bring to the table a lot of you guys that are watching this right now that have studied.
They tested higher for impulsivity.
I mean, I might let her have that one. How many of us have got a tattoo like the next day or something like that. Like we see a bit of flash on Instagram and we're like, right, I love that. You don't really have to think about it. We're just like, oh, that's a very nice tattoo, I'll have that, without even thinking about it forever. There has been tattoos that I definitely do think about, the more serious ones in my opinion, which was my hands, my neck and stuff like that. I thought about that for years. But have I had a few flash tattoos and not really thought about it? Yes. But there's a lot of impulsivity with people without tattoos also. So, you know.
And they also tested higher for risky behaviors.
Again, I can't talk for everybody. This is the thing, but I have anxiety. Hello, nice to meet you. I overthink things and I'm not a risky person. You know, like what is risky behaviour anyway? Like what is risky behaviour? I don't know, but I can't.
The part that's applicable to you if you're dating a woman with tattoos or thinking about dating a woman with tattoos is that the reality of being higher in the area of impulsivity and risky behavior is that they may be more apt to sleep with you sooner, and as a result of that, if they've done that in the past with risky behaviors, then there is potentially a greater likelihood that they're going to have STDs. Now, again, I haven't looked up the actual studies on that, so not sure, but it would seem like it would be relatively important.
I think she's pulling some of this out of her arsehole, to be honest with you, love. Like, whether someone has tattoos or not doesn't matter with this kind of factor or facts or whatever. Again, I'm just going to talk for myself. I've been in 3 committed relationships. Do the math on that, won't you? Never had an STD either. So we're impulsive, we're uneducated, we're riddled with STDs. I love this. I'm learning about myself so much right now. Oh God. The thing is, it doesn't matter whether you sleep with a lot of people or not, right? It's your body, it's 2020, right? You do you hop on that dick, or you get in that vagina, you know. Touch that daggering thing on the back of my throat. The thing that bothers me is people that have no interaction with tattooed people will watch stuff like this and be like, right, facts, she's telling the truth, and then they'll just like avoid tattooed people altogether and think we're like the worst type of people. And honestly, okay, fair enough, like if you're that kind of person that takes people at face value, then I don't want to know you anyway. So
would seem like it would be relatively important. And yeah, that's about all I have on that. So would you date someone with a tattoo? Have you dated someone with a tattoo? What are your feelings about tattoos?
Shall we look at the comments? This video is going to be quite long, but I want to look at the comments. I don't normally with videos like this. Well, sometimes I do, but oh my God, I think I've been shouting this whole time because I've had my headphones on. I feel bad for my neighbours. Let's look at the comments real quick, see what we've got. There's 4K comments on this, right? Oh, this is a nice one here. It says, women get tats to compensate for personal lack of originality to conform. How are we conforming? Please tell me, because like, for the most part, everyone gets individual tattoos. So, you know, like me and another tattooed person, we don't look the same because our skin looks different. So we're not exactly conforming. Oh, this one's nice. Them kind of women are usually strippers and escorts. So we have a bit of sex work shaming here. And you can get sex workers with or without tattoos, believe it or not. And there's nothing wrong with sex work. Sex work is work. I made it through 8 years in the army without a tattoo, and most of these girls can't get out of high school without one. Sad. Darling. Ooh. This is definitely written by someone that has never entered a tattoo studio at all. Isn't the risk of getting hep C a bit of a turn off, or doesn't anyone care anymore? Have you ever entered a tattoo studio, darling? They're cleaner than your fucking kitchen, alright? They are the cleanest places ever. For the most, well, if it's a decent studio anyway. It amazes me at some of the incredibly beautiful women I see that have made themselves ugly with tattoos. My ex had tattoos. She was crazy. Maybe Niles, you made her fucking crazy. How about that? How was your behaviour? My favourite tattoo on a woman is the tramp stamp. When I see one, I reach for the penicillin. Oh my god. Tattoos on a beautiful woman are like putting a bumper sticker on a Porsche, makes both look trashier. Well, Dave, that's very nice of you to objectify women like that. I did not know we were objects like a car. I dated someone with several tattoos. Everything you mentioned is true. Smoker, feminist. Why are you saying feminist like it's a bad thing? Did a strong, independent woman hurt you? I'm so sorry. Always had to be right. Low self-esteem, etc. Glad I woke up and let that ish go. I mean, she's probably very grateful that you let her go because you sound like an arsehole. I'm done. I've had enough. So yeah, let me know how you feel about this. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. Does this kind of thing affect you? Does it enrage you? I'm gonna go now. Thanks for watching. Bye.